The warm beauty of long shadows and sunlit snow. This is my next painting subject. Hi, I'm Gary Spetz. Join me while I show you how I paint step by step with watercolors this beautiful wild place. Though seemingly contradictory, there is such a thing as a warm winter snow scene, or at least there can be in art. Low sunlight and long shadows on the stark white of fresh snow offers endless opportunities to the landscape watercolor painter. No other painting medium can command the use of white the way that watercolors can. This is no small feat, considering that watercolor painters, such as myself, very rarely use white paint. Why apply white paint to cover up perfectly good white paper? With watercolors, saving the white of the paper and seeing through transparent paints to the white of the paper is the name of the game. And on this painting, I'll do both. If you've enjoyed the masking tasks on my other episodes, you're going to love this one. Winter's light takes masking to yet another level, but the toils with the toothpick will be worth it. On this painting, I'm going to mask out shapes as I apply a series of washes. It looks complex, but it really isn't. It's all about paying attention to how distant the various groups of trees are. The actual snow clumps in the trees can be as simple or as intricate as you like. After drawing out the painting, I'm going to first mask out the sunlit background silhouettes and sunlit ground. Then I'm going to apply a wash of colors. Next, I'll mask out the most distant clumps of tree snow. And I'll apply another wash of colors. Then I'll mask out the remainder of the clumps of tree snow. And yet another wash of colors. This sets the stage for various shades of snow, which effectively creates depth of field for the painting. Everything after this is essentially finish work. The masking controls the painting's composition and color values. Composition-wise, note that the two most prominent tree trunks are kept off-center. Having either of these located dead center would not look right. Note that the largest area of sunlit snow is also kept off-center. Even if these objects existed in nature in the center of the scene, it's always best to use some artistic license and move them off-center, both horizontally and vertically. I always measure and mark the center points on the edge of the painting to help me remember this. Now again, I like working with my painting tilted at a pretty steep angle, except when I'm applying washes of colors, which I'll be doing several times on this painting. Gravity and large puddles of watercolor paints don't always work well together, at least at this angle. If you're just starting out, I'd recommend always keeping your painting at a pretty shallow angle. Working upright is visually better and it's more comfortable, but it's also more challenging gravity-wise. As always, the first thing that I do is draw out my composition right on the watercolor paper. Now this particular painting is not as complicated as it may look. Most of it consists of shapes that represent clumps of snow and tree trunks, and these don't have to be drawn in exact. You can take some liberties and draw them in your own way if you'd like. You'll want to draw on your major tree shapes first, then add in your snow clumps in the background tree trunks. But enough talk. It's time to hunker down with a toothpick and do some serious masking.